All praise to the Most High. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. Brother Marquas, right, coming back with another quick video. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahushai being the name of His only begotten Son, who the world will call Jesus Christ, right? And all praises to the Most High. So, kind of a late night lesson, but it was on my spirit to just touch on this. Is to acceptance from the Most High. So that's gonna be the topic of this video is acceptance from the Lord, right? I don't know how I'm gonna label it yet, but acceptance and accepting what the Most High has offered unto us, and to be content with the things that we have. It's already beautiful enough that the Most High has woke us up another day. It's beautiful enough that the Most High has allowed us to be in this truth. It's beautiful that the Most High has blessed us with certain knowledge that the world doesn't even have or obtain. We have the ability to obtain just a little bit, of what the Most High of his, of the Most High secrets, and the things that He has covered up that He's revealing in these last days, through His grace and through His mercy. So I want to read this real quick in John 6, right? It's John chapter 6 and verse 38. It says, "For I came down from heaven to do not mine own will, but the will of Him that sent me." Now, obviously, as you see, it's red letters, meaning Yahushua speaking. So Yahushua, He had the mindset to freely do, not freely, but to willfully do, and with His whole heart, and accept the cup that He was given by the Most High. I'm going to read that again. It says, "For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will." And that's heavy because this is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords saying this. So if Yahushua can accept whatever the Most High has thrown at Him, how much more us? Should we have to accept the things that the Most High throws at us? All right. You got certain brothers, they complain because they're not the top man in Israel. Certain brothers, they complain because this amount of money is not in their bank account, or they don't have this amount of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When we have to actually consider and thank the Most High for the things that we already presently have and accept that. I'm going to read that one more time. It says, "For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of Him that sent me." And we always have to remember that every single step that we take and every single breath we breathe is not of us. It's literally of the Most High. When our heart is pumping, we're breathing automatically. You're automatically blinking, and this muscle was working, we're not even knowing, and you using this nervous system to do that. Everything works out of the Most High. So whatever the Most High gives us and blesses us, we have to accept that, because that's already more enough. All right, let's go to the book of, and all this is kind of through the Spirit. Nevertheless, let's go to the book of 1 Samuel 12. All right, I don't have any notes written down, so bear with me, Baba Kashar. This book of 1 Samuel chapter 12. Slocking. And I'm going to start at verse 22. All right, 1 Samuel chapter 12 and 22. It says, "For the Lord will not forsake His people for His great name's sake, because it hath pleased the Lord to make you His people. Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and the right way." So this is Samuel, all right, speaking to Israel, right? Samuel speaking to Israel. This is what he said, verse 24. It says, "Only fear Yahweh and serve Him in truth with your whole heart," it's like with all your heart. "For consider how great things He hath done for you." Let me read that again. All right, it says, "For consider what great things He hath done for you." And that's one thing that we all could do more. Consider the great things that the Most High has done for us. And great things can really be little things, because as we know, a lot of the times it's the little things that count. Just, making it home from work. That's a great thing that the Most High has done for us. It's a lot of times you may hear, someone, they died in a car crash coming home from work, never seen their loved one again. People, they get, people die every day. The Most High's judgments is on the earth every single day. That's why He said this, that latter part. "For consider how great things He have done for you." It's brothers that have families, brothers that have roofs that's over their heads, brothers that can, that's financially stable. Even if you're not financially stable, it's a lot of things that you can thank the Most High for. That you walking, that you got eyelids, you got fingernails, or you got eyelashes. It's the little things again that man doesn't even consider. Nevertheless, those little things are really great things. You're supposed to consider those things because the Most High has blessed you with those things. You got people that's born without skin. Are you going these, going on certain social media sites, or you find certain YouTube videos, or just on the internet, you see these people in these diverse countries, they born with all type of disabilities that you would never even thought of. They don't got skin. Certain people, they born without eyes. And hey, guess what? You got all those things, and you still ungrateful because you can't break down 2nd Esdras 12. Everything is not about what man sees. How can I break down this, do better than this, do that? Hey, look, sometimes you just gotta consider the Most High did for you. Thank the Most High, and that's it. Just thank the Lord and accept everything that He has given you. I had a precept. I believe it's Philippians 4. Let's go to Philippians 4. All right, I believe I'm on Philippians 4. Is it 14? Let me find this quick precept. Philippians 4 and verse 11. That's what it is, right? Philippians 4 verse 11. It says, "Not that I speak in respect of wants, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am wherewith to be content." This is what Paul said. All right, Paul said he had to learn this. All right, let me read that again. It says, "Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned," right? "For I have learned, and whatsoever state I'm in, wherewith to be content." And we read 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 21 on down. You see the different estates that Paul was in. Paul was catching hell for the Lord. Paul, he had his ups, he had his downs. He had men that he labored with, and certain men that he labored with went back in the world. We know he had an issue with Mark at one point in time. So, Paul, his life is kind of ran out throughout the Acts and throughout the certain epistles. And you can kind of discern what type of man he was and what type of life he lived through the little information and writings that we have about him. Nevertheless, he said through all the things that he went through, he had to learn one thing. And one of the things that he had to learn was to be content. And that's one thing that me, myself, I'm learning on a daily basis. Nothing moves on my time. Nothing moves on your time. Nothing moves on your wife's time. Nothing moves on your child's time. Everything moves on the Most High's time. All right, you can be a brother that's been in this truth for years and years on end. And you have another brother that, may come in this thing after you. And you see he may have more of an increase in certain things than you do. And guess what? The Most High, He did that. You got to understand that. All right, it may be a time where a brother, he started at this level, and you might have started under him, but you increased more than him. Guess what? That's nothing to boast in. That's something to, thank the Most High about, not in the spirit of pridefulness, but to remember that, that's the will of the Lord. And that all things happen on the Lord's timing, man. All right, let's go to Proverbs 30, right? Proverbs 30 and 8. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse number 8. All right, it says, now this, I'm going to start at verse, let me see. Yeah, verse 8. All right, I believe this is what I want. Let's read this, Proverbs 30 and 8. It says, "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who was the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of the Lord in vain." It says, "Accuse not a servant unto his master, lest he curse thee, and thou be found guilty." So the point I wanted is in verse 8 and 9. This is a very quick prayer that Solomon kind of wrote down through the Spirit. And Solomon is asking the Most High, don't give him too much, nor give him too little. Else if he get too much, he forget the Most High. Which, as we see, he kind of did when he started cleaving unto other gods in his latter age through all the diverse women that he was dealing with. So that's wisdom right there. Don't ask for too much food on your plate. You asking the Most High to bless you with 7 wives. All right, brother, you still living in your grandmother's basement. Why are you asking the Most High to bless you with 7 wives? You asking the Most High to bless you with a better job when you know in the back of your mind, you only want money to boast on the next person. Because this person in the world, they always bullied you. You came into the truth, and now you ask for the Most High to increase you with money so you can flex on this person. That's off. So the Most High, he also knows the spirit of what you asking for certain things. So you always want to take that into account as well. Whatever you asking for, do it in the spirit of sincerity, humility, and, to increase in the ministry, So again, this is a quick prayer that Solomon even had to throw up, and he was the richest man that ever walked the face of the earth. All right, the richest man. He had everything. Read 2 Kings, the 10th chapter, and see the life that Solomon lived. All right, and again, even Solomon himself, he even made sure to even throw up a prayer that whatever he has, that he's content with it. You don't want to have that covetous, and that's in the law. Let's go to Romans 7. All right, let's go to Romans 7. Romans 7 and verse number 7. It says, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin but by the law. For I had not known lust, except the law said, thou shalt not covet. Because next thing you know, you start desiring certain things, and that spirit of acceptance begins to leave you, and you start coveting for things that you really don't need to be coveting after on the left-hand side. And you just coveting for vanity. Here it is, your rent is due in a couple days. You got to pay X amount of money, and you spend that X amount of money on shoes and clothes, watches and chains, because you want to look better than the next person on new moon. New moon is coming up. You want to flex, so you say to hell with rent. Let me boast. All right, let me get flea, and let me drip out at new moon. And whole time you looking fancy at new moon, but you just overthrow yourself. Now you got to get evicted, all because of covetousness. So that can destroy you. That's why it's important to accept what the Most High gave you. All right. Even we read about Paul and the apostles and Peter, the apostles, they were set up. All right, the 12 apostles, the Most High set them up. The Most High set up Paul to be under the 12 apostles. And yet you still have men, we read the epistles, right? You still have certain men that try to exalt themselves above the Most High, that try to exalt themselves above authority and the leadership that the Lord gave out. Let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 5. I believe you read about that in 1 Maccabees, the 5th chapter. All right, let's go to 1 Maccabees 5 and verse, what was these brothers' names? All right, here it is, 1 Maccabees 5 and 18, right? So this is what happens when you disobey the order that the Most High set up, especially, namely, if it's under, righteousness, if it's established in righteousness, and the Most High has certain men that he set up over the church. All right, if he has a righteous man over the congregation, then that's what it is. There's no reason why you should try to overthrow that because you think in your own mind that shouldn't be what it is. When you're not the Most High. Again, the Most High, he set all this up from the foundation. So this 1 Maccabees 5 and 18. It says, so he left Joseph, the son of Zacharias, and Azarias, captains of the people, with the remnant of the host in Judea to keep it, unto whom he gave commandment. This is Judas. Judas gave these men commandment, right? Judas and Simon, they went to go and they had two different companies. One went to war in this area, one went to war in that area. They set up Zacharias and Azarias to stay home, and he gave them certain commandments, which is this. Verse 19, saying, take ye the charge of this people, and see that ye make not war against the heathen, until the time we come again. So he commanded them, don't go out, don't make war with the heathen until we come back. Now, let's see what these men did. I believe you jump down to verse 52. All right, instead of 52, let me see. I'm starting at verse 56. First Maccabees 5 and 56, jumping down. So we just read the commandment that Judas, who's in charge, by the way, who the Most High set up. If you know about the Maccabees, you read 1st and 2nd Maccabees, we know that the Most High set up Judas, and certain brethren that came after him to hold it down when it came to the rebellion of the Grecians. So he gave him that charge. It's verse 56. It says, Joseph, the son of Zacharias, and Azarias, captain of the garrisons, heard of Man, I'm started at 55, right? It says, now, what time as Judas and Jonathan were in the land of Gilead, and Simon his brother in Galilee before Ptolemais, Joseph the son of Zacharias, and Azarias, captains of the garrisons, heard of the valiant acts and warlike deeds which they had done. So these men heard of the fame of Judas. They heard about the mighty acts that they were doing. They was getting word, amen, Judas done slayed this amount of men, Jonathan slayed this amount of men, Simon and did this with his sword. They hearing these things. And this is what kind of happened. Verse 57. Wherefore they said, let us also get us a name and go fight against the heathen that are round about us. So when they had given charge unto the garrison that was with them, they went toward Jamna. Then came Gorgias and his men out of the city to fight against them. And so it was that Joseph and Azarias were put to flight and pursued unto the borders of Judea. And there were slain that day of the people of Israel about 2,000 men. And that's what happens when you go against the will of the Most High. That's what happens when you don't accept the authority of the Lord, when you don't have the spirit of acceptance. All right? That's what happens. You get overthrown. So remember, before you take any action on, doing your own will and going out the will of the Most High and not inquiring of the Lord before certain situations, and you completely forget about the Lord and you want to do your own thing, remember this account, because that's what these men did. They said, look, I want to give me my own name. I want to do my own thing. I know the Lord said this, and I got to be patient in this, but, I feel like I should do this instead. I know the brother gave me this counsel, and he gave me precepts, and he gave me, very well wisdom, but I just got to do my own will. All right, I just got to do my own will and just, seek out my own benefit. Guess what? These men, they got overthrown. So you got to remember these men. Read, what's that, Acts 5. You read about a man named Judas and a man named Thaddeus who got overthrown because they wanted to do their own thing as well. So that spirit of doing your own thing, that's completely off. And that's wicked. You have to remember to move in the spirit of what? Of a lamb. All right, what's the spirit of a lamb? Let's go to Isaiah 53. Let's go to a prophecy of Yahushua. All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 53 and verse number, I'm going to get right to the point. Verse number, Salakia, 6. It says, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed, he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter. As a sheep before the shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. What spirit is that? That's the spirit of acceptance. No matter what the Most High puts in front of you. Hey, the water Yahweh, all praise to the Most High. Most High take away your kids. Hey, look, even though, that's a hard thing. But at the end of the day, you got to have that spirit. Hey, all praise to the Most High. The Lord did that. All right, I'm here to do the will of the Most High. The Most High, he had your wife, go to hell off. She's doing her own thing. Hey, look, all praise to the Most High. If Yahweh can go through all manner of hell and chastisement for something he never did, right, knowing he was a perfect man, but all the sins of Israel was laid upon him, he got crucified and beat and scourged and murdered. Before he was resurrected, he was unjustly murdered and hung on the cross. He took that thing like a true king that he is, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. It says, so he openeth not his mouth. That's what you call acceptance, moving in the spirit of a sheep. All right, a lamb. That's the spirit that we have to be in. Another scenario may be, if you a sister, told a sister a secret, you want the sister to pray for you. Guess what? That sister, she went and told everybody else. Hey, that was the will of the Most High. Hey, all praise to the Most High. The Lord's will was done. Your husband may be going off. All right, he made a, slipped up bad. Hey, look, all praise to the Most High. You do what you got to do to comfort that man according to the precepts and in order, So no matter if you are a brother, a sister, an elder, a child, these precepts apply to everyone in all situations and everything. And this is an everyday lesson that we have to learn. Again, Paul said out his own mouth. He said, this I learned in Philippians, the 4th chapter that we went over. So we always want to make sure that we learning, new things. Not new things, but we want to make sure that we learning new things daily. And one of those new things that we have to learn daily is acceptance, because that's something that's going to always come upon us. Satan is going to try to get you to murmur right here and murmur right there and, lose faith here, lose faith right there. Hey, look, man, sit back, think upon the ordinance of the Most High. Let's get that in 1 Samuel 30. Think about the Most High. Sometimes, again, you just got to say all praises. Let's go to 1 Samuel 30 and 6. Get right to the point. Right now, we read this account. Amalek came and burnt the cities that David was in. And they took David's wives. Not only David's wives, but they took David's men wives, and they spoiled the camp while David and his men were gone. And when they came back, this is what David said. Right, 1 Samuel 30 and 6. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved. So here it is. All hell broke loose. Not only is David catching hell because of what happened and how Amalek came and besieged the camp, took all the wives, but even his own men, his own countrymen, spake of stoning him, killing and murdering the king because things didn't go their way. But let's see what David did. Let's see if David moved in that same spirit, or was his thoughts upon acceptance. Reading on, it says, every man, let me read that again. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But David encouraged himself and the Lord his God. That's what we got to do. Remember the Most High. Encourage your own self and the Lord your God. Because at the end of the day, the Most High, he's going to fight for you. Man can fight for you, but nobody can fight for you like how the Most High is going to fight for you. Because the Most High, he's the one that puts the spirit on certain men to fight for you. So if anything, why not call upon the spirit that does that and call upon the Most High? So this was a quick video, just exhorting Israel to remember to have the spirit of acceptance. Things don't run on your time. Everything is on the Most High time. Even Yahushua understood that. And we're under Yahushua, so everything whatever time that the Lord is on, and we on that time. If the Lord decided to cut your bill off, all praise to the Most High. Now, that's not to say, you get carnal when you start, just going off and just chalking everything up. Oh, look, what the Most High did it. See that Most High, I committed adultery. Most High. No, you don't do that. Are you sincerely strive to do better for the Most High? You strive to be on fire. And in the midst of that, whatever hell comes your way, accept that and thank the Most High and pray that the Lord sends you, better days, or just say the Wadi How and accept whatever he gave you, But again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, this helps out brothers and sisters. And Lord willing, brothers and sisters have a mighty week, getting their spirits and ready for Passover. And, just being on fire for the Most High right now and forevermore. With that, again, 7 times over, all praise to the Most High. Kwam Yashala, Shalom.